Born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas, you transferred to Montverde Academy in Florida after your sophomore year in high school to further your basketball career. Before we get to the stacked squad you were on, who did you model your game after when you were growing up?
Model my game after being from Arkansas. You don't got a team or nothing. So I just grew up watching a lot of different players. I like Ray Allen a lot. I don't shoot like him. I never really model my form after him. I just like to watch him. Uh,
Yep.
I like Joe Johnson being
Yep.
from Little Rock. Uh, I grew up watching a lot of different guys though. Uh, yeah, so just taking certain things from different guys and really just being a fan of the sport.
That's what's up.
And then two guys in my city. Like I don't only watch NBA players. I ain't only take like I'm watching this my homeboy I'm in middle school, he in high school going
Yeah.
crazy. I'm watching
That's
his game.
fact.
Yeah.
I had a guy like that growing up. Man, we had Anthony Roberson, Pete.
Oh, that's
And still watch Pete, man. Pete was crazy.
That
Pete
was
used to
my
come across
dog.
half court, freshman, come dribbling across half court, and the whole gym, literally, when he starts dribbling the ball from the backcourt, everybody go, ah. As he cross half court, it get louder. Ah, then he raise up. Ah, ooh, hey, man.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
so crazy. And like Big Reg in my hometown playing at the Vets Park and Steel Bill, Dale, and all these guys, Sean Matthews. I learned how to like the tricks and the trades of the basketball game from those guys. Like
Yep.
them old heads,
Uh-huh.
38 years old, they still playing in the rec leagues and OG Fred Harvey. I learned, to your point, Mo, I learned a lot of tricks. My Uncle Benny, like I learned a lot of tricks to the trades from playing against those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, that's fire. Hey man, told him, man, Moses from Little Rock, Arkansas, man. You just ain't getting that from many people, man. You're not getting that from many people. But
Genuine.
your senior year, you were on the number one team in the country. Cade Cunningham, Scottie Barnes, Ryan Nembhard.
What?
Yeah, they team was crazy.
That's crazy.
Y'all had a couple more guys I feel like we missing up, right?
Yeah, they run sharp, Tariq Whitehead,
Come
Caleb
on,
Houston,
dude.
Langston Love, Dale
That
Jackson.
was
They
NIL
team
before NIL. How much they pay
crazy.
you? How much they pay you? Shit, they had to pay you.
Yeah, because that team right there, because me and Kate and Ryan, we all went there the year before, so we was already there, and then they became
Wow.
that. So it wasn't even like they put that team together like on the spot.
Mhm.
That's a crazy team,
That's a
man.
sick team,
But
dude.
you and Cade Cunningham were roommates. How was it being roommates with Cade? As we get into this, like your living situation, you
Yeah,
move out of your parents' house, you move to Montverde, Florida, and you're rooming with Cade Cunningham. That first experience with a roommate, how was that?
it was different for sure. Well, for me, I grew up with dudes. Like I'm always in my homeboy house. I got my brother, I got cousins. Like I grew up around people, so that part wasn't hard for me. But my first year there, I can't even put it on the scale how small that room was we was in. But like in the room, my bed is here, K bed is here. It's like this much room in between the two beds. Like it's crazy how small this room is. So given that was the situation, we used to get into it about stuff. Like we used to always get into it because he like had a light off in the room in the daytime. And I'm like, it's daytime. I don't want to be sitting here depressed. And so we used to get into it about some awesome. Like, I'm leaving the room and then the light on my side. So if I want the light on, I'm
That
gonna turn
sound
that
like
mug on.
jail, bro.
So and so that year we used to get into it a lot, but it wasn't never like we really into it. We didn't argue much, but that's my dog, especially now. And then the second year we had a bigger room and everything, and we brothers at that point. So you argue like brothers. It's not even so and you living with these dudes. We on the road together playing basketball together. But we just got a special relationship from being so close all the time, even when you don't want to be.
Totally.
So Oh yeah, that's my dog.
With a team like that, the better player then at that time is not how it always turns out, like to be the better pro. When you look at y'all team, has it shaped out kind of the way that y'all thought it would shape out from that point of like who was the top dog or who's having the better NBA career? Like how has that shaped out for that team?
It's probably like similar to the way it was when we was there, honestly. Cade was the number one player in the country. Being there, Scottie was top 5, top 10 or whatever it was. And then and me and Dayron, like in the rankings or whatever, it was so much because we had so many dudes on that team to where we got 10 guys that are all top 20,
Wow.
like top 50 or whatever in the rankings. So like coach trying to play everybody, but then the younger guys, this and that. So he would always play Cade and Scottie. They number 1 and number 3 in the country or whatever they are. So they gotta kind of get a little more, but they can't even get that much more. And then we beating teams by 50, so we gotta stop playing by the third quarter. So everybody averaged like 11, 10 points a game. So then on the ranking side and all that, now guys don't look as good, this and that, but it was all up in the air. Who cares?
If you could do it all over again, would you make that same decision?
100%, definitely. And honestly, I didn't like it when I was there a lot of times. And with that being said, that team that I was on is probably my favorite team I've ever played on outside of basketball. But when I was there, like you got to keep in mind, bro, I'm leaving my city at like
That's
15, 16
crazy.
years old, going to live in Florida with a bunch of dudes. Montverde has students from 93 different
That's
Oh,
countries.
crazy.
wow.
So you got the Africans over here, the Brazilians over here, it's so you dealing and as a kid from Little Rock, I'm exposed to the world.
In a
And
small community.
so even what that did to me growing up, and then like mentally, I'm getting cool with the ADs and the teachers and the advisors, this and that, and working your way through a system and an organization and like having to think for yourself as a grown man at 16, what that did for me growing up is irreplaceable experience, especially for a kid.
That's fire. You got a lot of dogs in your draft class, and being a lottery pick comes with expectations. Uh, did you know that the Warriors were going to draft you with the 14th pick?
I thought so. I didn't know for sure. No, you can't know. But going into it, like I had a big range that I could have went from like 7 to
Mhm.
25. Like I didn't have a guarantee or nothing like that going into it. So they had two chances in my spot, and then I worked out with them, and then I came back and worked out again. That was the only place I worked out at twice, and I played really well. So
That's what's up.
I knew it was a big chance. Yeah.